Hello, it's September 19th. Leto's Lab is now out. And along it, we've got a little bit of patch notes. There is something missing from the patch notes that they said that was going to happen this week. They nerfed all the summon stuff, like, so all of your creatures and everything else from, I mean, they really just kind of simplified it down to 2 summons, and they don't really react to any other gear in the game. You can't heal out. But they mentioned they were going to focus heavily on summons along with this update, but nowhere in the patch notes do they mention that they've done anything new to summons. So maybe in the next update we'll get some summon stuff. Not that I ever really used it, but it seemed like a cool idea, and I know a lot of people did. But that's a different rant because apparently there is no information on the summons. So let's get into the Leto's Lab update patch notes. Bam! Here we go. So I'll leave a link in the description below, as usual, to the actual patch notes if you guys want to go check them out yourself. They're not super beefy this time around like last week's. Last week's were pretty heavy. There was a massive reworks on everything last week. Basically, the Leto's Lab is now available on Earth in Adventure Mode and in Story Mode. Also, spoiler, they the Sims, the simulcrums, I don't know how to pronounce them, are supposed to show up now in Adventure Mode as well. So in general, what do we got? Welcome to Leto's Lab. These are just stuff. Mini collision fixes and tweaks. Dozens of updates for fixes and performances in ROM. That's right, because I started getting frame drops in ROM. LOD fixes performance. Dozens of animation updates. Removed many unused audio files for optimization. Removed duplicate foliage. Bug fixes. Soul Anchor disappearing. Should never disappear now, but I think anybody that's been playing the game, it's gone. It doesn't say that they've reinstated the missing Soul Anchors, so you'll have to go get it again. Wasn't a big deal. I played the game consistently, so I got it back like within the day. I didn't even realize it was gone yet, to be honest. I picked it up and it said I got it. I was like, I've already had that. So, fixed an unreal issue with VoIP causing crashes. Bleed effects no longer appear when shooting into clouds and mist. Enabled listen option when starting a game in offline mode and then switching to online mode. Fixed emitter for certain mud effects. Removed a key association for certain backtrack doors. Fixed a handful of typos. I can't English for the life of me, but it's always funny when I notice a typo somewhere. I'm like, hey, I feel smirk. SMRT. Fixed an issue causing certain values to be shown incorrectly. Added a fix for proper trade achievement persistence. Fixed a race case where wailing wood would lose its weak spot. I don't remember that. Fixed a fix. Added a fix for scenarios that caused infinite zone loads. Never experienced that yet. Quality of life. Added a check and notification to warn players of improper data and the option to reset it when detected. Added limited level classes to avoid getting over-leveled gear in adventure mode and other people's games. Really? Simulacrums can now drop in adventure mode. Dead zone minimum can now be set to 0 for consoles. Items. The Gravity Stone. They lowered the number of enemies and proximity requirement from 3 to 2. Gravity Stone. Increased the range from 8 meters to 10 meters. Gravity Stone. Reduced the damage increase from 25 to 20 to compensate for the easier access to buff. Okay. Rock of Anguish. Reduced movement speed buff from 25 to 20. Sage Stone. Increased the XP bonus from 15 to 25. Jeez. Scavenger's Bauble. Increases the scrap boost from 25 to 35. Armor. Alright, so the Leto. They added the Leto's armor. They added a belly flop AoE damage. So it wasn't just part of the dev update. We're able to actually do AoE damage when we belly flop. That is fantastic. Added unique slower backdash. Yeah. Drifter set. They increased the one-piece aim walk speed buff from 25 to 50%. Why? That's crazy. Anyways, mods. So Flicker Cloak is now in the game. They adjusted the duration so that it did not last indefinitely until broken. Adjusted total damage absorption amount. They don't give us any values here. Adjusted mod power buildup requirement. Added text to explain that it prevents caster from being staggered. Okay. Consumables. Adrenaline. Increased movement speed from 10 to 15. Adrenaline. Added 25% aim walk speed boost. Really? Adrenaline. So you can use it now when shooting guns? That's crazy. Why would you do that? Adrenaline duration increased from 30 seconds to 45 seconds. And then 2 for Frenzied Dust. Shortened the duration of the mist. Oh, I didn't realize it stuck around for 10 seconds. I don't use it. I've never really used consumables until this current melee playthrough that I'm posting shortly. You'll see it. If you're not following me on Twitch, you didn't know it, but we're doing Nightmare melee playthroughs. It's coming to YouTube. It's rough. It's fun and rough. But I'm using consumables a lot. 2 seconds. So down from 10-second mist cloud to 2 seconds to make it more clear that this is a one-time buff and not an aura. That makes sense. Frenzy Dust. Fixed the buff to refresh when using another Frenzy Dust. Oh, I hate when they don't refresh. I think the stuff in Dauntless doesn't refresh when you use them. That it was this game. I can't remember. And then brought the Wasteland Good Boy some treats from Earth. He enjoyed them quite a bit. Perhaps too much even. I don't understand what the deal with this Good Boy stuff is. Maybe it's a Discord meme or a Reddit meme or something with the developers in the community. I don't know. Yeah, that's above my head. Anyways, yeah, short and sweet. Nothing about summons. So that wraps up the patch notes. September 19th, Leto's Lab update out now. New boss, new mod, new armor, new puzzles, new goodies. And just one last friendly reminder, I stream daily on Twitch at twitch.tv/SlyGumbi between the late night hours of 8 p.m. till about 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, West Coast United States. Late night hours, adult time, not kid friendly. Twitter, I have a Twitter. You can follow me there, at SlyGumbi, for news, updates, dad jokes, goofiness. Website, SlyGumbi.com. We also have a Discord. Link will be in the description below, along with a ton of other Remnant links. And with that, see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye now.